Ah, the island of Sodor, the city and the town of good railways. Many engines, from green to blue. One of the engines in particular was Thomas the Tank Engine. Thomas the Tank Engine has been on Sodor for quite a little while. He has been sent on Sodor around 1952, and he basically got into luck around here. Despite the fact of it being in 1961 now, not everything has changed about the railway. Some trains came and went, but there was one engine that outlived it all. Edward. Oh, of course, Gordon. Always pulling the express just like the normal person you are, Edward said every time he met Gordon with the express. Puff, said Gordon. I can do whatever I want anytime I want. I'm a big express engine, and just watch me fly by. As he went across the entire Sodor. That Gordon will never learn, he said as he backed away. Despite the fact of both Gordon and Edward's rivalries, one day changed Edward's life forever. One day, Sir Topham Hatt came to see Edward. Hi, Sir Topham Hatt, said Edward. What do you need from me today? All right, Edward. I know you may be old and worn out, but this is going to be probably one of the biggest loads of your life. Wait a minute, what? Said Edward. You're saying that... Yes. For one of the first times, you are finally pulling a coach. Edward was shocked, but was also a little bit worried. Well, I'll do the best I can to do this all the way to what location? The docks. Oh, there's a few of these people that want to go fishing, so I have to take them over to the docks in order for them to start their journey. All right? Okay, said Edward, and Sir Topham Hatt left. Can't wait for this, said Edward. So then Edward coupled up to the coaches and then went on his way. The journey was good for a few minutes. Edward started to feel a little bit broken. The wheels started to jitter and the boiler bubbled as he started to get quivery and quivery. Oh no, said Edward. Why do I feel like I'm going to burst any minute? Nonsense, said his driver, and he told him to keep on going and that there will be nothing wrong. Then it happened. With a little bit of a crack, Edward broke down. Edward was now even more worried. Looks like we're going to have to add someone else to push it for you. No, said Edward. I bet I can do this on my own. This will be one of the biggest pressure of my lives. It was then that the workers had the idea. They taken Edward's side rods off, and then they filled him up with some water. Then Edward started to puff, a lot more slowly, but then he realized that he was finally moving. Soon, Edward started to puff a little bit more faster and faster and faster. Speed, I've done it! We're off! I've done it! And there was the docks. The docks seemed a little bit empty because mainly some of the water was mainly next to the crane, and most of the places has been going out of business. Edward realized that he was about to go to the end of the line and onto the water, so he decided to brake. Braked as hard as his pistons could. However, at once, it was no use. Oh dear, said Edward. I hope I didn't damage anything. The buffers was beaming all the way across the water and then sunk to the ground. Edward was lucky that no one got hurt, but Edward was smeared and surprised. Luckily, all of the workers jumped clear before the crash, and all of the fishers went on to do their fishing routines. Soon, Zach with Sir Topham Hatt inside, then came to see what happened. "What happened here?" said Sir Topham Hatt. "I thought I could do it, sir, but supposedly that I'm just way too old and worn out." "It's not that. It's just that you actually done it. Despite the fact of your crash, you actually done it. Now don't worry. We will send you to Victortown in order for you to get built back together again." "Thank you, sir," said Edward, and he was happier than he ever felt before. "All right, Zach, go get the breakdown train, all right?" "At once," said Zach as he puffed away. Weeks later, Edward was back to normal again, and all of the engines knew it. Best part, even Gordon too knew the entire ordeal. In the end of the day, Edward was a happy working engine.